transparency post. What type of low down degenerate shit have you done because you weren't healed? I mean, sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. So I have drove drunk when I was in my 20s. Drunk, not drinking, like drunk, multiple times. I had a boyfriend, but I had unprotected sex with him, knowing that he was sleeping with other people. I dated a married man. I dated someone who I knew had a girlfriend. I dealt with, I guess. It's like a one and done sitch with someone that I knew was engaged. Done a lot of foul shit. The reality is that sometimes I didn't care about how it affected other people. Sometimes my mentality was like, girl, somebody's sleeping with mine, I'm gonna sleep with yours. I'm sending him home at night. I'm not trying to be, messy. I'm not trying to tell people about it. I'm not trying to break up your home. So these are the things that I would use to justify like what I was doing. Like I don't owe her nothing, he do type energy. But when you do dirt, you get dirt. Like karma don't play, and it's coming around to kick your ass. So you have to remember that. Started drinking when I was 12 because I was sexually assaulted when I was 12. That's something I used to be embarrassed about, and I wouldn't tell people. I don't care now. I'm gonna tell you. I developed a very masculine energy, like just non-traditional feminine things, not emotional, I guess is the best way to explain it. Move like a man, move like, don't come over here trying to fall in love, sir. We not having none of that. Like, just, you're not going to take nothing I'm not giving. You're not going to do anything to me because I'm not going to form no attachment. And for the most part, I mean, I was pretty good with that. There's only been a few people that I could say that I genuinely loved. And then unfortunately just found out that those were not people who loved me in healthy ways. And it was never right, and it was never appropriate. It was never good. It was never going to work out. But I was holding on, fighting a good fight, because I thought that if I loved other people, not just in romantic relationships, I've done this in friendships, I've done this with coworkers, I've done this with family, if I could love them through their pain, they would like love me and heal me and fix me in some way. But that didn't happen, obviously, because I had to do the work. You know what I mean? I had to do the work. And, I first heard about shadow work when I was in graduate school. And we heard about Carl Jung. But it was one of the kids that I worked with. Her mom would like yell at her, you need to face your ugly self. You need to do some shadow work. You need to face your ugly self. You need to figure out why you do what you do so you can fix it. And she like was just driving home. So then I got a shadow workbook. And it just started to really break down. Like, when did you develop these thoughts? Who put that in your head? Who told you that that was the way to be? How does that limit you? What do you need to do to make it better? And it started to like change my train of thought. I've always been someone who questions things. My parents' generation comes from if you told them the sky was purple, then they would say, okay, mom, okay, dad, okay, auntie, it's purple. I'm 44. I'm an 80s baby, 90s raised me. And I would think in my head, no, it's blue. But I wouldn't say it out loud, right? So I've always been like that. With certain people, I won't say it out loud. With other people, I'm going to unleash venom. There is no in between. And as I've gotten older, I found a balance. But the point of this is, you got to own your ugly shit too. Because you can't have light without dark. You can't shine without admitting that you had to go through something to get the clarity, to gain the insight and knowledge that you needed so that you can be a better person. And the takeaway is, as long as you are a better version of yourself, as long as you are someone who you are comfortable with, as long as you are no longer making all your decisions from fear, from pain, from the past, and you do the work to process and heal, you're going to get everything you deserve in life. I posted something yesterday, I think, or the day before. I think I even mentioned this in another video. Somebody may know the Bible cover to cover, but I know God. God has touched my life in so many ways. I am beyond blessed. Every time I'm down to nothing, every time I'm ready to give up, every time I'm like, I tap out, that's it, I can't do it anymore. He'd be like, nah, you got it. And the message that I was getting personally was, I need to pay attention to the people, places, and things around me. And I needed to be patient. And when I started to pay attention to not just the people, places, and things around me, but to myself, to my intuition, to my gut feelings. Your body physically rejects people when they're not for you. When I love people, I ignore the things that I already peeped about them. And the thing about me is, and I tell this to the kids I work with, I hear a lot. I see a lot. I'm very observant. I just don't speak on it. I hold my cards until I need them. I don't know if that's the trauma survivor in me. I don't know if that's the mother in me. I don't know if that's the worry in me, because I done been to hell and back because of the people I love. Because the shit that I carry that is mine, I never stressed out about. I never even had time to process, because I've always worried about other people. And it's never been truly reciprocated. It's never been appreciated. So I don't do it anymore with the wrong people. It was a time where I was like, I'm just gonna be an asshole to everybody. I'm not gonna be nice. I'm going to come from a place of hurt and just flat, nothing. You get nothing, you get no response, you get no reaction, which is good. It's good now, because that's how I just deal with negativity and people trying to bait me and people trying to emotionally manipulate me. There are people that are in my life that purposely try to trigger me to get a negative reaction, so that then they can use that to invalidate the things that I say. Another segue. Just because you believe in God, just because you're spiritual, just because you're a good person, it does not mean that you are not a human being and that you don't have feelings. When people hurt your feelings, address it. When people cross your boundaries, address it. When people show you that they are determined to misunderstand you, that they are never going to be different or change, simply leave them. No hate in your heart, no animosity, no bad feelings. I hope you heal. Be blessed, my love. And then you go. I'm not ashamed of anything I've done, because it got me to this point. I wouldn't have the clarity that I have in my mind and heart. I wouldn't have been able to heal if I didn't own every part of me. And the reality is, for me, that dark side, it comes in through, like, in clutch. Like, it really helped me deal with the stuff that was happening to me. And because I've learned how to balance it, it's something that empowers me and inspires me. I say I'm dark and divine. I'm the perfect combination, and I'm fine too. I'm not letting nobody dim my light. I'm not letting anybody tell me who I am or who I'm supposed to be. I'm living an authentic life from now on. Do you. However you see fit, as long as you're not causing intentional harm to people, as long as you owning your stuff, as long as you're trying your best to right your wrongs and, pay amends. Do what you got to do for you. It's not selfish, it's necessary. I always say, think about when you get on an airplane and they talk to you about the safety instructions. If the oxygen mask comes down, you got to put yours on first. That's a metaphor for life. You have to unlearn most of what you've been taught, regardless of who taught it to you. And a lot of us are out here like parenting our inner child and being to our younger selves who we needed. Be the adult that you needed when you were a kid. Whatever you lacked, fix it now. Yes, admit that you're hurt. Admit that you're sad, disappointed, frustrated, angry, whatever you are, but don't let it consume you. Sometimes we got to create our own existence in life the way we want it to be. Safety and security, basic needs met. Like, these are things that you need. These are things that are important. Do what you have to do for yourself and be unapologetic about it. When they talk, let them talk. My new mentor is, I'm going to be whatever you say I am. But when you talk about me, please make sure you mention that I have 2 degrees and a clinical license. And I always say I got a trauma story that'll make your head fall off. And again, when I'm ready to tell it, it's going to be eye-opening. People are going to be very shocked to know that not only have I endured all these things, but for the most part, I'm a positive, happy person. I haven't let it consume me. I haven't let it eat me up. And it has in different points in my life as I started the story. When I say I used to drink every weekend. Every weekend was a party like a rock star, and then get in a car and drive. Now we talking, I'm 23, 25, 26. I'm 44 now. I would never. I would never. I would never. And it's by the grace of God that I wasn't wrapped around a pole somewhere and I didn't get my friends caught up. I didn't get arrested. Like, I never got in trouble. But I learned that's not the behavior I want to engage in. I learned that that's not what I want, because I know so many people that died in car accidents from the same type of situation, or caused car accidents and just did a lot of damage. So stop learning the lessons the hard way. And stop ignoring your own intuition. Your gut is telling you who is and who isn't for you, what is and what isn't for you. You have the strength to walk away, and being alone doesn't mean lonely. Sometimes you need to be by yourself so that you can heal, so you can process, so you can call yourself to the carpet, so you can hold yourself accountable for your bad behavior, and you could correct it. Simple, easy breezy. Make your choices.